What up, YouTube? How y'all doing today, man? Please. Alright, first of all, I'm gonna let y'all know I got some audience in the back, so you hear some laughing TV, that's okay. So, I've been doing some research before I get back on the road eventually. I came up with some lists, right? Of, I guess you can categorize them as the top paying companies for company drivers. I'm not talking about double O's or nothing. I'm just talking about straight up company driver, the top paying company. Now the first 1 to 10, actually 1 to 11 are companies you even never heard of. So I went through that list and I chose the most common companies that you and me drive past all the time. I mean, you see them all over the place. I think the list consists of like 200 companies. It was too much. I try to focus on the first 60, and from the first 60, I took the most common companies that we see on the road. That new drivers want to go to, or some of these companies will offer to train you and all that. So I made a list. I broke it down by the hours, like hourly pay, by annual pay, meaning how much you'll be making a year. Of course, it varies based on how you run, but the average, the average Joe, this is the amount of money you're gonna be making at these companies, right? I leave company like CR England. I think that they were like 45 on the list. Something like I left them alone. I really didn't even care about all that. The same thing with Crest. As a matter of fact, anything over 51, I didn't really mess with. So, anyways, I chose like I said earlier, the common companies, and out of that common companies, these are some of the companies that offer the training and the best paying ones, and within the top 50. The top 50. The other ones are like, I don't know, like a lot. They're just some companies that you and me don't see a lot. Either it means they pay good, but the freight, the freight line is not that big. I think to be on this list, you gotta have about maybe over 2,500, freight or fleet. You gotta have about 2,500 fleet. So, anyways, so at number 12, so the first 10. Okay, I will give you number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is called ACME. That's a trucking company. The annual gross is $82,000. That is ridiculous. It's really good. So if you are to break down that by the hours, that come out to be about $38 an hour. Okay. And then number 2 was Walmart. So bam, let's get out the way. Realistically, I think to drive for Walmart, you need like 600 to 500 years experience and all that. Good driving record, blah blah blah. Anyway, so moving on. So I chose more realistic companies for new drivers to go to and get paid better. So on the list, number 12 is TMC. You seen TMC? Most of them focus on flatbed. TMC Trucking does flatbeds, right? And I talked to some of the drivers. I think when you become a company driver, they offer you about 2 ways to get paid. At TMC, you can be a flatbed driver or drive-in. That's all you, bro. They ask you if you want to get paid by the mile or on percentage. So they kind of give you a choice of how you want to get paid. But on number 12 on the list, these are more common trucks we see on the road. Not not company like ACME. Like those are like way on the north side and things like that. Anyways, so TMC is number 12. Really good. The annual pay for TMC is $69,000. $69,000 with $304 a year. That's the annual pay. So when you break that down, hourly is about $33 an hour, right? So that's TMC. I can read that out. TMC right there. And then you know, for new drivers, numbers on the list is number 16. Now I told you what number 1 was. Number 1 is, you know, like $85,000. It's ACME. They don't even have sleeper bed. They have day cabs. You know, and they run a really rough terrain. The odds of a new driver getting in there is good luck, my brother. It's not happening. So try to follow my list here. All right. And then number 2. Well, actually, it's number 16 on the list, but number 2 on my list is Crete. It is Crete Carrier Corporation. Crete Carrier Corp. Okay. So that's number 16 on the list. Number 2 on my list. Also, the annual pay for Crete is an average of $66,000, which is not bad. It's really freaking good. It's really good. I mean, whew. Excuse me. All right, so it's really good for Crete. $66,000 for new drivers to come out and go. Once again, you know, I've heard of drivers and talked to drivers that drive for them. You can change that average out by 70 based on how much you run. But this is just the average. So all you really need is 7,000 more a year. You can do it. I mean, if you run about 3,000 miles, blah blah blah. Anyways, so once you do that, remember I didn't calculate the hourly. I think Crete, you're getting about 44. Between 41 to 44. I even heard some people getting 47. So, you know, the average varies, but that's pretty damn good for new drivers. 66, and the hourly is $31 an hour. $31 an hour. So that's number 16 on the top 50. Number 2 on my list. Okay. Once again, it's Crete Carrier Corporation, annual $66,000, hourly is $31. And then number 3 on my list, but number 17, on the top 100, on the top 50, you know, based on my research that I came, is Roadrunner Transport. Now, Roadrunner Transport, they do accept rookies, but I think they want you to have 6 months under your belt, which is not bad. 66 grand a year is 65,400 is actually what their average is. Once again, that can vary. You can probably get that to about 70,000 based on how you hustle, based on your run. So that's Roadrunner Transport, and the annual pay is $65,400, and I broke down by the hourly. That's also about $31 an hour. Okay, it's not bad, people. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. And then number 4 on my list and number 23 on the top 50 based on my research, but number 3 on. So I went through all that and I wrote down just the top 11 of the most common companies that attract new drivers. There's a reason for this list, people. It's not that I didn't go in order. I just chose the company that new drivers are attracted to, or those that recruit drivers more vigorously. Okay. So that number 4 on my list, okay, and number 3 on my list. No, number 4 on my list right now is Prime, and number 23 on the top 50. Number 23 when it comes to pay wise. Now Prime, the annual pay for Prime is $58,400. Once again, for new drivers. And Prime, I think Prime offers schooling too. Like Prime will take you right from the bed. Like literally just wake your ass up and show up. I think they will take you and train you. So $58,400. That is not bad. And you know what? After I broke it down, the hourly pay for that is $28 an hour. So, and I believe that Prime has a governor on the trucks. It don't matter, as long as you're going over 60 miles an hour, you're getting that $28. So that is really, really freaking good. All right, so that's Prime. Number 4 on my list. Number 23 on the top 50. You know, based on my research or whatever. And then we got number 5 on my list, but number 25 on the top 50 is. It's Covenant Transport. Now, at Covenant Transport, the annual pay for Covenant Transport is $56,787. In your truck, and once again, I think at Covenant they want you to have about 6 months experience, they might take you less than that if you know what you're doing. So, and you know, we're broken down for covenant on, you know, broken down to the hourly pay, that's $27. Now, once again, people, these are not bad at all. These are not bad at all. Okay. So covenant hourly pay is $27 an hour. About 6 months experience. The annual average is $56,787 a year. So that's where we're at. So that'll be number 25 on the top 50, and number 5 on the list that I just, you know, hand wrote for this purpose. Okay, now we have Navajo Trucking, number 6 on my list, but number 27 on the top 50 paying trucking based on my research. Okay, so Navajo used to, remember, I keep repeating myself, I made this list just based on companies that we see a lot, companies that hire new drivers. Okay, and companies that have dry vans, and you know, I'm not talking about specialized company that only do flatbed and all this, you know, all that BS. So this is mainly for new, no veterans, new drivers. You still, man, you still be kind of comfortable, you know, if you run with these companies. All right, and then we have number 28. This one actually kind of surprised me. So 28 on the top 50, but I think like number 6 on my list. No, Navajo is number 6 on my list. So number 7 on my list is Werner Trucking. No. Now I was a little bit surprised because I thought Werner, you know, I don't know, for some reason I thought Werner pays a little bit better, but I don't know. But Werner is number 28 on the top 50, highest paying, you know, highest paying for company drivers. It's Werner, you know, Werner Trucking, number 25 and like number 7 on my list, on this list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, number 7 on this list, but number 28 on the top 50, a list that I created. Okay, so Werner, the annual pay for Werner is $54,600 a year, and I broke that down by the hourly, averaging 60 miles an hour. That comes out to $26 an hour. Now, you know, some of y'all probably talking shit. Look, $26 is not bad at all. Negro, even $17 is not bad at all, because you're not going to be able to get an hourly job with, I don't know, maybe with your, I don't know what your experience may be, but dude, the odds of you getting a job where you're getting $26 an hour off the bat going to require some kind of motherfucking degree or some shit, okay? So y'all be happy for this. Certification. All right. Or you know, that's all certifications. But so 26 an hour, that's for Werner Trucking, annual $54,600. All right, now we go to number 29 on the top 50. But like, I think like number 8 or number 7 on my list, okay, is Heartland Express. Once again, these are just companies, people. I chose these companies to tell you about, because they're the one that stand out more to new drivers. They are the one that are more vigorous at recruiting new drivers. So I figure if I give you this list, you can at least kind of think about where you want to go as a rookie, you know. So anyway, so number 29 on the top 50 is Heartland Express. Heartland Express. The annual pay is $54,600 for Heartland Express. I broke that down by the hourly, averaging 60 miles an hour. You're looking at $26 an hour. Once again, it's the same thing, you know, as Werner. You know, give and take. There's not a lot of difference. Your hustle will determine the difference in pay. So moving on, and then from Heartland, and then JB Hunt comes on number 30 on the top 50 paying job for company truck drivers. This is not owner operators, people. This is company drivers. Okay, so JB Hunt comes on number 30. The annual pay for JB Hunt is $54,000. Bam. So you actually make $600 more at Heartland Express than you do at JB Hunt. Okay, but JB Hunt, the hourly pay also is $26. And then we go on top 50, number 31. By the way, I think this is like Cause I tried to just choose 11. I wasn't gonna read the whole list. I ain't got time. You all ain't paying me for this shit. So KLLM is number 31 on the best paying company drivers list. Okay, on the top 50 that I chose, and it's number 9 on my list right here. Just to tell y'all. So KLLM, everybody see them. All these companies are companies that you see on the road all day, every day, no specialties or nothing. All right, so the annual pay for KLLM is $54,000, just like JB Hunt. The hourly pay for KLLM is actually $25 an hour, rather than 26. I try to see, you know, I really don't even know why, but it's $25. So which means they actually pay you less by the miles for a company driver than you get at JB Hunt, which I guess it's understandable. But still, don't forget, man, for somebody with 6 months experience or less, $54,000 a year, it's not that bad. You got teachers making like $30,000 a year, so just keep that in mind. And then number 36 on the top 50. 36 on this is Molten Truck Line Annual. See, it's really funny because Molten actually called me like 3 days ago, right? But you know, I'll be home for about a month. Just a little break then from work or whatever. Molten called me. I don't know how to find out I was home, man, but they called me, see if I'm looking for a trucking job. No, man, no. But anyway, so they fall at number 36 on the highest paid trucking company drivers in the top 50. All right, so 36, Molten Truck Line Annual is $51,000 a year. The hourly pay is $25. $25. All right. So that's 10. And then, of course, you have your most notorious guy, Swift Transportation. All right. So Swift Transportation. Swift Transportation comes at number 51. It comes at number 51, okay? Now, everybody know the story with them. You got some Molten is 36, Swift is 51. I had to put that there. I had to put that there, you know. I had to put that on Swift. Actually, I think it came 41. 41 or 51. I might have written down different. But then annual, it's about 40. It's $39,878 annually. And after I did the math and all that, knowing they pay 36 cents a mile, so for the hourly rate is $19 an hour. Now, for a new driver, if you got an option to at all get with any of these other companies beside them, I would advise for you to do so, okay? But if you already signed that contract, it's okay. I understand. Stick it through for that year and bounce somewhere else. All right, man. So that's all I got for you, man. So number 12, TMC Trucking. 16 is Crete Carriers, averaging $31 an hour. Roadrunners is $31 an hour. You got Prime, which come at 23. That's $28 an hour. You got Covenant Transport. Comes at number 25, 27. If you can stand the 20s, go to a company where you can stand the 20s an hour. Because if you're making 20-something an hour, you'll be all right. Okay, you'll be all right. All right, man. Look, I'm out. Like, subscribe, comment. You know how it is. All right.